coming out today. This is an exciting time for our organization, for our team. We're really excited about adding these two young men, CJ and Will, two young men who represent the type of qualities of the players that we want, right? They're hard workers, right? They're competitive, and they have this burning desire to win, right? They come from winning programs. They know what winning looks like. They know what it takes to be winners, and these are the type of guys, the type of men that we want in our locker room. So, man, fired up for you guys. Congratulations again. Happy to have you.
Thank you. Just first and foremost, I want to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Man, it's been a crazy process this whole time, man. I remember this is my first 30 visit. I remember just having a great taste in my mouth after I left. So, man, I want to thank you guys for giving us a chance, to Mr. and Ms. McNair and the kids. But yeah, man, really excited to get to work. Really excited to get back in the locker room to build a camaraderie and a brotherhood with my new teammates, and just really excited to work with Coach Ryans, with Bobby, and with Gerard Johnson and everybody who's on the offensive staff and the whole team. So, man, just really accept the city of Houston. Happy to be here.
Yeah, I just want to say all thanks to God. Very blessed to be in this position. Thank you to the McNairs for this opportunity. Coach Ryans, Nick, thank y'all. I don't take this for granted at all. Thank you for welcoming me and my family today. Anything you guys, want me to do, I'm going to do it. Sworn, be intentional with everything. So I just want to say thank you for this opportunity. I'm really looking forward to it. This was my first visit, my first top 30 visit too, and I couldn't stop thinking about it. Anywhere else I went during this whole process, it just felt right. It felt authentic. The energy in here was right, and I'm just super excited and super blessed to be a part of something so special.
Actually, since Will brought it up, so he was our very first 30-man visit. So we came back from the combine. It was like March 8th, March 9th. And he was the only person here. So we walked into the room, and there's like a whole staff of people. And it was like, holy cow. So what he's saying is legit, and that's real. So, we're certainly grateful. Everybody's sick of hearing from me, so we'll take some questions.
Okay, we have microphones for questions, and we'll start with John.
D'Amico, first of all, can you talk about both players, what your expectations are, and what you like about them? But how did you have to prod Nick anymore to make him get that trade done with Arizona to get Will?
Me and Nick have been working together all week, and we've been collabing on everything we've done, and we've been on the same page. So it's been awesome working with Nick, and we're excited to get the deal done, right? Because we know we were getting the deal done for the right guys. So that's what it was about. With these guys, with CJ, one thing I love about CJ is that he's a fierce competitor, right? He wants to win. It means a lot to him to win, right? He has a burning desire to win, and I love that about him. The talent on the field speaks for himself. He's done an excellent job of leading a top program at Ohio State, been very accurate, making great decisions with the football, and being a great leader of those guys around him, his teammates, right? Along this process, along the way, every teammate of his that we've spoken to from Ohio State have all spoken highly of CJ and the type of leader that he is. All right, with Will, I probably watched him for a long time now, seeing a few of his games, but just seeing, again, the fierce competitor that he is. Every time watching Alabama, when they needed a play on defense, it was 31. That was the guy stepping up, making a play. And everyone knows the leadership qualities that Will possesses. You can't speak enough about both of these guys, and it just speaks to their families who are here today and how these young men were raised. They were raised the right way. These guys really represent your family as well, so I want to thank the families, right, for raising such great young men, also great athletes as well.
Go ahead, Christy.
Hi, Christy Regan from the Associated Press. Welcome to Houston, you guys. For both of the players, I wondered, I'm sure there's a lot of people, but as you kind of reflect on this journey that got you here, who are some of the most influential people that helped you get to where you are today?
I would just say my family. I'm really tight with my family, especially my dad and my mom and all my sisters. But they kept me grounded, they kept me humble, made sure that I was keeping the main thing, and making sure whatever mission I was trying to do, I was going to complete it. Also, my head coaches, high school and in college, and my position coaches, they know me like the back of their hand. They know, like, I'm always ready. So like, he was like, just calm down, be patient. Like wherever you go, it's gonna be the right fit for you. God don't make no mistakes, and it just helped me so much more to just focus on my body, focus on the things I need to focus on, spend some time with my family, and just trust the process. So those are some of the people that made me just relax, calm down, and trust God.
Yeah, really same for me. My mom, my brother, my sister. I have another older brother who's not here today, but a lot of influential people in my life. I come from a great place in California called the Inland Empire. It's a lot of different diverse places, diverse cultures. You have a kind of a melting pot of people. So, man, it was a village to raise me. So, man, I'm really appreciative of all those people. And kind of like Will said, man, nothing happens for any reason. So, and all the people that I've actually gotten to know over the years, from when I was 6 years old playing this lovely sport that took me all across the country, man, I've just been really appreciative. So there's been plenty of people who inspire me. And if it was just me doing it, man, I don't even know if I'll keep doing it. But, I mean, I love the game of football. And one of the reasons why is because, man, it connects me and my family on a different type of level. So I'm really appreciative of everybody. I've had great father figures. My dad actually introduced me to the sport. And, man, I just try to run with it. So, yeah, it's really been my immediate family, God, and then my village back home in California.
D'Amico, Mark Berman from Fox. Can you take us through your emotions when you knew you had C.J. Stroud, and then when a few minutes later, when you pull the trigger to get Will, what your gamut of emotions through the whole process?
The first emotion, getting CJ, I was elated. Like, we got him, okay, I was happy. And then it was time to go to work. Right now, can we get Will? And once we were able to seal that deal and get Will, I mean, I was over the moon. I couldn't have been happier, smiling, just being able to get both of these guys was outstanding. And this credit goes to Nick and the work that he did, all right, to make that deal happen. He did an outstanding job, so credit to Nick on that one.
Question for D'Amico and Will. I mean, y'all talked about that top 30 visit. Could you detail about what that visit was like, how y'all bonded, and what y'all talked about? You talked about at your pro day about being a hand in the ground defender. You talked about how important the front is. How do you see this relationship going defensively? Like how do y'all connect together?
Yeah, go ahead. Oh, well, the thing about Will is he's a great player. So how he works in our defense, right? He's going to be a defensive end in our style. He's going to be a defensive end, attacking, getting up the field, right? And that's what he's going to do. A little different scheme, and that goes to show with both of these guys, right? It's going to be different schemes, but what I love most about these guys is their willingness to adjust and adapt, right, to what's coming next. But Will has been he's been a productive player at Alabama for a long time, been consistent. In our 30 visit, it was just instant connection, not only with me, but with the entire staff. All right, and that's one thing that Will did a great job of just connecting with everyone, not only myself. So Will is a great person. He's a great teammate, and that's followed him from Alabama on throughout his next journey here. He'll continue to be that great teammate, and people will gravitate towards him.
Every player's growth is different in their process. What did you learn from how the 49ers brought along young quarterbacks that, as a coaching staff, you'll try to apply for CJ? And then a question for CJ.
Yeah, for all of our players, we're in the role as coaches to develop young players, right? No one is a finished product. No one is perfect. We all have strengths. We all have weaknesses. So it's about everyone just putting their head down and working, right? And these guys want to work to be the best. And so with their mindset of working to be the best, and with our coaches' mindset of being in position to help and develop these young men as players on the field, right, that's how we'll work with that talent, not only quarterback, but it'll be all our positions.
CJ, just in terms of goals for your rookie year, what are some things you want to accomplish in terms of improvement, things you want to do to get better as an overall quarterback? Thank you.
Honestly, first and foremost, I just want to be if it comes natural, just be a leader on the team. I think that's the biggest thing for playing quarterback is to be not only vocal but lead by example, and that's something that I think I bring to the table very well, coming from a place like Ohio State where the quarterback is really, other than LeBron, like you're right under LeBron. So like you're kind of you're the leader of the whole state. So I feel like I got good practice there. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of the main goal is just to be a great leader, great teammate. To of course, like Coach Ryan said, just adjust, adapt to the new scheme, to the plays, to the new coaching. And honestly don't have a limit on how good I can play. I don't know what's gonna happen. I know nothing is gonna be given to me. Everything's gonna be earned, and that's just how I like it. It's how it's been my whole life, and that's how it's gonna continue to be. And that's what's gonna make me a great player. So yeah, I'm excited just to get started. And whatever happens, happens, man. I know it's ordained from God, so I'm blessed to just be in the shoes I am today.
Jonathan.
CJ, I was gonna ask a question I asked, but so let me ask you this, CJ. I know you and Bryce kind of have known each other since I guess middle school. What did it mean to you to for you all to be kind of drafted 1, 2, and you and Bryce? What did you all tell each other?
Yeah, man, Bryce is my brother. Somebody that, of course, I've known since middle school, but we really didn't become close until like the end of high school, going into college. We used to always see each other spring break, come back out, train. We have the same trainer with 3DQB out in Huntington Beach, California. And every time we're out there, man, we're jokes, we're laughing, we're cracking jokes on each other, having fun. He always says I need to clip my nails, so I've actually gone to get my Medicare a couple times now because he be clowning. But nah, in all seriousness, man, that's my brother. I was super excited to see him go to Carolina. I think it's a great fit for him. I think he's gonna have a great career, and excited to see whatever he does, man. But we actually play basketball together every weekend while we were back home, and even then, like our trainer usually comes with us. He makes sure we don't guard each other because we probably gonna like foul the heck out of each other. We just play really hard. So that's just to show you the competitive nature we have. Being around him for 3 months, man, you can see the type of work ethic, how he processes the game, how he's quick on his feet, how quick he is, man. So yeah, B. Young is definitely going to go to Carolina and do some special things.
Question for Will. You mentioned kind of in passing this text chain that your family has post game, and there's a little bit of praise and a lot of critique.
Yeah.
Well, what kind of things are in there even after you had a good game, and why does it matter so much to you what your family, what your sisters say to you? Because that seems like that really hits home.
Yeah, for me, I look at it as like most people, you know, they would assume like people, like you would get in a situation like this where you finna come into something big and it's finna be a blessing for you and your family. So everybody around you wants to kiss your butt and not tell you what you need to work on. And for me, that's not the case with my family. Like they don't care about any of that. They just want me to be the best version of myself anytime I'm on the field, anytime I'm off the field. So that one time I slip up, they're gonna let me know. So even if I did have a good game, they're gonna find at least one play where you could have been running faster. You look slow on this play. What were you doing on this play? They even take a picture and put it in a group chat. Like, yeah, we just seen it. And I love them for that. You know what I'm saying? Because as long as I have people in my immediate circle that I love the most, that care about me like that, I know I'm gonna be fine.
Brandon Scott with Sports Radio 16. This is for both D'Amico and CJ. I know a lot goes into evaluating and you don't go off of just one game, but I wanted to ask y'all specifically about the Georgia game that CJ played in. Like, how much did he show like extra in terms of just in terms of what kind of prospect he could be? And that's for D'Amico, and then for CJ, what did that game for you? Was that kind of a rubber stamp for what your college career was? Like, how did you view that game in the context of your college career and what it meant for you being here today?
Yeah, a lot of people talk about a Georgia game, but CJ would tell you he had a lot of other games that he considered his best games. But for me, it was a process of seeing him grow throughout the season. So where he started his first game of the season to where it ended with the Georgia game, just for me to see the improvement, see the growth, that's what impressed me the most about CJ.
Yeah, I agree. Coach Ryan hit on the nail where I feel like, yeah, the Georgia game was just kind of the stamp. It was the icing on the cake to just let people know what I could really do. I finally got the ability to start running some more. I feel like that was a part of my game, but I mean, playing out of Ohio State, you have great receivers that are usually always open. So I feel like I'm very strategic and very disciplined on my reads, which my receivers love. My running backs love it because they can get out. And I think I do a great job with my IQ, picking up protections and things like that. So that Georgia game was kind of just a stamp on it. I feel like I've been consistent throughout my whole career, but I definitely think I opened up some eyes to some different type of things. And honestly, I want to show my athleticism some more at the next level. If that's what the offense causes me to do, I'm definitely willing to do such. So, yeah, that Georgia game is definitely just the icing on the cake.
We got time for a few more. Randy, go ahead.
Randy McAvoy, KPRC Channel 2. Welcome to Houston. It's for Will and CJ. You guys, I know, would have been happy whatever team picked you, but you're coming to an organization that's, has been down, looking to a bright future. You guys are going to be two of the cornerstone pieces. Because of that, how exciting is that to land here, knowing you guys can be a big piece of this rebuild?
Yeah, it's very exciting. But I know from both of us, we just want to keep our head down and work and be intentional with everything we do and swarm to the ball. You know what I'm saying? That's what this place is all about, swarming and being intentional, keep your head down and working. And that's what we plan to do when we get here. I mean, the guys in the locker room, they're great, they're special. I mean, I've been here, I've been around them. After the drive, I got text messages from some of them. So that just shows what type of place this is, and it speaks volumes of what type of people they have in this organization.
Yeah, we'll hit it on the nail, man. What we want to do, man, we just want to start from the ground up. Everything that we're gonna get is not gonna be just given; it's gonna be earned. So we want to put our head down, work, make sure that we grind, and that we show dudes that, man, we're willing to listen before we talk. And we want to definitely be, of course, a big stature into this rebuild. Which I wouldn't even say that because, I mean, you look at what this team, you see a lot of guys who fight their tails off every game, and I watched all last season, man. So I'm definitely excited to get started with these boys. And, man, we just want to, like Will said, to swarm, make sure that we be deliberate on everything that we do. We want to adjust, adapt to everything that we have to become better teammates, better leaders, better in this community. We want to definitely help the community as well. So everything that comes with making this whole organization better, that's what we're a part of.
Will and CJ, Daniel Gutierrez, KHOU, congratulations and welcome to Houston. Will, what does it mean to you, and CJ, I'll ask you to follow, but that the team made the moves to get up, to get you at 3, and CJ, I know it's kind of crazy for you, just been drafted, but what was that 10 to 15 minute time frame when you realized, oh my gosh, the guy behind me is coming to the Texans too? So, but Will, go ahead.
Yeah, God makes no mistakes, and all I've been praying about was, God, I know you got me. Like, I know you're going to, whatever fit that you put me in, I know it's the right fit for me. Like, I know it's the right place for me. And I think it just proved that, that the Houston Texans were the right place for me. You know what I'm saying? It just showed me, like, they think I'm a special player. They think I'm a great, high character guy. And they believe in me to go in there and, just do everything I said, keep my head down, work hard, and just bring energy every day. And I appreciate it so much. Like, I told them a dozen times, probably, like, I'm so appreciative of them. Like, I don't take this for granted because, that just showed me, how much they actually wanted me here, and that's all I wanted. I wanted to go somewhere where I felt wanted, where I felt like, it was family, and that's what I'm big on. So just getting that feeling from them, it means everything.
Yeah, man, it was a special moment just for me. Right when I got the call, I tried to lock in and make sure I just was clear in my communication when talking to Coach Ryan, talking to Nick, talking to Mr. McNair. And I just wanted to kind of make sure that I wasn't getting emotional so fast. But right when I hung up, man, just everything that I've been through, all the hard work, all the preparation, everything that me and my family has done to get to that point. Of course, it's just a stepping stool. This is just the beginning. But, man, it just meant a lot to be there because it wasn't easy. And then so I walk on the stage, man, see some of my friends, and I'm just like, man, I just got picked. So I do the interview. I'm walking down. I go say what's up to the Texans fans. And they said I was the only one to do that, to go down, so that was kind of cool. And then I look up, and it's like the pick is in, but it says the Texans. I'm like, I just got picked. Like, that can't be true. And I'm like, nah, they just traded. And I'm like, oh, shoot, they finna get Will. And so, like, I had, like, the biggest smile on my face. So, man, I was super stoked. Like, me and Will, we've known each other since high school. We played against each other All-American Bowl. He couldn't sack me back then, so we'll see if he can now. But man, I was super excited. We were with each other in Texas a couple days ago, shooting a video, and man, we just were like, man, what if we were teammates? And man, now we are. So man, shout out to Nick. You did a great job. Yeah. Nobody been asking Nick questions, man.
Just play well, man. That's all. Just play well.
Yeah, y'all got to show Nick some love, man. He the one who made it shake. So
they've heard enough from me for a long time. They just want to hear from you.
No, we're gonna give you your flowers for sure. Well, nah, man. Yeah, I was so super stoked, man, to be sitting here with these special men. I think that's like what Will said earlier, man. Just that's what excites me. That God doesn't make mistakes, and I'm sitting next to 3 great men. And
You can put yourself in there. It's okay.
All right,
Yeah, it's
cool. I add it. All right, cool. But nah, man, there's three men that are really great in their families, great in the community. Men of God, and that's something that I am and Will is as well. So it excites me just to see what the future holds, because I think, man, we don't got no limit. Like we can do whatever we put our minds to, and whatever Christ strengthens us to do. So, man, I'm just really excited.
All right, we're gonna wrap with Cody, Kim, and Omar.
Hey, this question is for Will and Coach. Will, before you got here, you spoke several times about the possibility of playing for Coach D'Amico Ryans. What was it about him that gave you the belief and confidence that you can grow with him? And for Coach, what is it about Will that gives you the confidence that he could be the staple of your defense?
Yeah, for me, like the past couple of years, wherever I played at, either was high school or college, I've always had the head coach who I share the same mentality with, and that's why it was so easy for me to, to relate to the message that he was either trying to say to the team or just talking to me, and that's what I love. That's what I need, because I'm like, I want to play for somebody that, got the same way I think. So when I came here and I talked to Coach Ryans, I was like, I got to be here. Like the same exact mindset, the same mentality, what he's trying to preach, everything. That's what I'm all about, and that's what I want to do. And like I said, it's going to be a lot of hard work. Nothing is given to me, and that's the way I like it. I want to go out there and earn it. I want to go out there and compete. And the mindset that he has and the mentality and the standard and the expectation, that's everything what I'm about. So that's why it was so easy for me to say, yeah, I want to be a Houston Texan. Like, I want to go there and play for that man right there. So that's just how I was thinking about it.
That's it. Who wouldn't want him on our team? But love the energy that he brings, right? Love the passion and love the humbleness, but also the competitor in him. Like it sticks out, and that's the thing that I love about Will. That's who he is. He doesn't change. He's going to bring energy. And the thing about Will, and I told him earlier, like he doesn't have to be the staple of a defense. He just has to come in and be the best Will Anderson. That's it. He doesn't have to do anything more than that, nothing more, nothing less. Just be the best version of himself, and that's going to be good enough for our team.
Hi, Kim Davis, Chalk Talk. Welcome to Houston. Congratulations. And for both CJ and Will, I know you put in the work throughout your career in college. Can you just talk about something? What stood out to you the most, the process from when the season ended to get to now, if you could answer that? Thanks.
Yeah, for me, being at Ohio State, we're a brotherhood for real. Like, seeing my guys get drafted yesterday was like, it was super emotional for me just to see all the work that we put in to come into the dorms together. And of course, that takes time. And so being away from them for so long, that was one of the hardest things, because you're so accustomed to like working out with them, eating with them, hanging out with each other, being with their family, playing games together, like doing everything. So like that was really tough, was just like the capacity to do it on your own all the time, every day. And that's what being a pro is. So I feel like I handled it pretty well, and I have great people around me to help me do such. But yeah, that's one thing that I'm super excited to be a part of again, is a locker room, because I think that's something that you can't really mimic or copy in any other sport or really any other type of business, because the locker room is very special. So that's what I'm really looking forward to. And it was just really long. Like, you have things pulling you, like you have to do combine, preparing for that a week after you play your last snap, and then you're going into pro day, which that's a long process, and then the 30 visits, you're flying from team to team. So it's just a lot of movement, a lot of things. So I'm really excited to just be somewhere where I can call my third home, because Columbus is one of my homes as well. And so I'm really excited to be a staple in this community in Houston. And yeah, that was kind of like the process throughout that. It's kind of long, but still a blessing, because you dream about that your whole life.
Yeah, for me, it's just it all goes back to just being how disciplined or how committed you are to something that you love to do. Thinking about, like, you don't got school no more, you don't got to wake up and go to class no more. So what you're gonna do with your time now? So that was like just one of the biggest things: staying disciplined, staying committed to everything that you need to do. And like after the season was over, you go straight in the combine process. And like, if people don't know, like, that's one of the toughest processes. You got like a month and a half almost to get your body in the best shape possible, to go out there and move as fast as possible, run as fast as possible, and stuff like that. But this whole process has been great for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got a time to just learn myself, learn my body, perfect my craft, and have fun doing it. And now I'm here sitting on the stage. What CJ said, all these great men, and it's such a blessing just to be here, and it's a big opportunity that I don't take for granted.
Yeah, CJ, Will, obviously you guys had tremendous college careers, obviously very talented, but to hear D'Amico and Nick talk about your character and who you are as people, and that's the type of people they want in this building. What does that mean to you guys?
It means a lot, because I know talking to some of the people that I know in the league, like some old teammates, some old coaches, it's not like that everywhere. Like sometimes they just want you to shut up and play, but here they care about you not only on the field but off as well. And to be honest, man, it's not us that y'all need to be thanking. It's our parents, it's our families, it's our communities back home. They're the ones that instilled the foundation for us. So, man, take my hat off to my mom, to my dad, to all the people back home who helped me become to the man I am today. And, of course, my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ is the real foundation of why I am the way I am, and honestly probably same for Will. So I don't want to speak for him, but I can just being around him, man, you can tell. So it's a blessing to be around people who actually care about character and doing the right thing, because it's easy to do wrong, but it's hard to do right. And we're fighting every single day to do the right things, not only on the field but off as well.
Yeah, I pride myself in character just because of what's on on the back. It's my last name, and that's the people I represent, is my family. And my mom and dad, I mean, they 6 kids, not easy, you know what I'm saying? They sacrificed so much stuff for me and my family, like people don't even know, you know what I'm saying? Like they got 6 people through high school, 3 that graduated college, everybody doing their own thing, you know what I'm saying? So I think the biggest thing for me and my siblings is like when we in the real world, we gonna, you know, represent the Anderson name the right way. And that's what I always pride myself in, is having high character. And my grandmother who passed, you know, that's one thing she always talked about, was just having love in your heart. And, you know, that's what I just try to bring with me. And I just try to be, you know, a positive influence around anybody. I'm just trying to touch a soul wherever I'm at, trying to connect with them and, you know, just have that positivity around them. And that's, I think, what, you know, helps me a lot. Just having, you know, that support system behind me that raised me the right way, that loved me the right way, and, you know, was tough on me, but also loved me the right way. So I'm super appreciative of my family. Like CJ said, I know his family did the same thing for him, and that's what just makes us special people and special players.